you for coming. It's been a couple of weeks. Can you all please slide back in your chair? We'll start with our typical warm-up and then we'll go into some exercises, and I'll be sure to highlight some of the good things from my trip. So I'll manage this a lot like I did back in the fall. For a couple weeks here, I'll try to fill you in on all the fun things I got to do. And then on March 16th, I'll be doing a presentation here that will really compile the highlights of the trip with pictures and movies, and just that will be kind of like the big presentation. But thank you for being here for the smaller stuff. Let's start with our arms down. Remember to squeeze your bum, press your low back to your chair, and then lift your head and chest. Very good. As you inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach down. 2 more times, in and up. Out and down. 1 more time. Very good. From here, take your hands onto your thighs. Inhale, pull your elbows back and lift your chest. Exhale, press your hands forward, round your shoulders. 2 more times, in and up, out and down. Last one. And then come back to neutral as you inhale. And let's take our palms together at the chest. Take a nice big breath in and out. And then inhale, take your left arm to the left, turn your shoulders. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, open the right arm, rotate right. Exhale, back to center. A few more times. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. 1 more time, rotate your shoulders, not just your arms. Last one. From here, take a pause in the middle, and let's take both arms out to the side. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, stretch to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, left. If you're adding on, inhale up, exhale right. You might stretch, but you might not. Inhale, middle. Exhale to the other left. Good. Inhale, middle. Let's do 1 more on each side. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, middle. Exhale, stretch. Very good. Inhale, and then drop those arms 1 more time. I want you to pulse your arms backward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your chest up nice and tall. Very good. From here, let's take our palms down on our thighs. We'll do a quick run through of our exercises today just as a warm-up. And then as we add weights, I'll incorporate more stories. So today we'll work our upper arm muscles with a bicep curl. You can keep your hands down. We'll work the upper back muscles with a row. That means we're pulling the elbows behind like we're rowing a boat. Very good. 1 more time. Hold it here. We can drop our arms down. We're going to carry some suitcases today. Very good. And then bring your hands back to your thighs and keep the palms down. So we'll do what's called a reverse curl. We're still working those upper arm muscles. Keep the arms up, turn the palms in. We'll work the shoulder muscles by opening and closing the chest. Rotate your palms as we do that. Very good. And then open the arms, hold it here, drop the hands down. We'll also do some penguin marches today because we have to carry our suitcases through the airport, up some stairs, into the hotel, all the good stuff. From here, take a pause in the middle. Find your armrests and slide your hips forward to the edge of your chair. Our lower body work today will look like this. We'll do some ankle pumps. And actually, this is more of our warm-up. So let's warm up the lower legs, and then I'll tell you about our exercises that we'll do. Keep your feet flat, and then we'll clamshell the knees, open, close. Very good. Take a pause in the middle, and before we move on, squeeze your bum, tuck your tail, tuck your chin, open your chest. Very good. Stay tall, just like that. Let's bend the arms, swing your legs, and march your feet. keep your posture nice and tall. Very good, and then feet are flat. Drop the arms. Let's pick up some weights. We're starting this morning with the palms up on the thighs. This is the easy option. If you'd like a more challenging option, you can lower the arms till they're straight. We'll start with bending the arms. So it was a 17-day trip, and I don't have 17 pairs of anything. So I packed as much as I could, but I knew I'd have to do laundry when I got there. Fortunately, I fit it all in one suitcase, but when I got there, they gave me pretty much a whole nother suitcase worth of clothes. From here, I want you to bring your palms onto your thighs like this. Pull the elbows back, lift your chest, and then tap the hands to your thighs. We'll do that several times, keeping the head up, shoulders back. So I did know to expect that we would get some new clothes while we were there. That's normal for the Olympic team to get some new gear. This was my first suitcase full of media gear, which is pretty cool. We got all the really nice Ralph Lauren polo things. So from here, let's bring our arms all the way down to the side, head up, shoulders back, and then march your feet. Very similar to my trip in the fall, there were a lot of stairs and a lot of carrying heavy suitcases around, but the flight itself was very easy. It was a direct flight from Milwaukee to LaGuardia, and then about a 30 to 45 minute drive into the city. Let's bring our feet flat. Palms can come back to the thighs, roll the shoulders, lift the chest. So again, we have easy option on the thighs or hard option, arms to the side. Back to the beginning with our bicep curls. Now, the one thing I forgot to pack was all of my speed skating equipment. I just didn't think I would need it since I wasn't racing. But actually, we did several equipment highlights during our on-air time. And it was fun for us to engage with the community of local speed skaters in Connecticut to try to get access to all the equipment that we had hoped to highlight during our work. Let's keep the arms, palms up but on the thighs. And now we'll pull the elbows straight back. Hey Bill, would you use that one for me, please? Thank you so much. Very good. Keep the head up, shoulders back. Now, where I got to stay was a town called Greenwich. And Greenwich was founded in 1640. It was named after a town in England, and now is the southernmost town in Connecticut. It's only about an hour train ride to Grand Central Station in New York City. It's a big commuter place to live. From here, take a pause. We'll drop the arms down to the side. Head up, shoulders back, nice and tall. Hey, pause it here for a second. You can just relax. I want you to watch me for a moment. So there's a difference between head up like this and head up like this. So we have the head up and the shoulders back. It's helpful to think about, take your collarbone, lengthen it. Oh yeah, very good. Let's take the arms back to the side, hold them here, and march the feet. So where we stayed in Greenwich was a hotel called the Delamar, and it was right at the end of Greenwich Avenue that was full of some of the swankiest shops I've ever seen. We had a Tiffany, there was a Fiore, there's Philippe Patek. I don't think I'm saying it right. These are not places I can normally go to shop, but very high-end, fancy, boutique type of places. Let's keep our feet flat, and from here the weights come up on the thighs one more time. Let's go back to our warm-up exercises. We'll pump the ankles. And then from here you can keep your feet flat. Let's just work the left foot out and in. Remember to move through your knee, not your foot. Your foot doesn't work very many muscle groups, but your knee and your thigh will make your lower body stronger. Take a pause in the middle. Let's go to the right leg. Step it out and in. So I did a lot of walking up and down Greenwich Avenue, mostly because there was a Whole Foods at the opposite end of the street, and it was fun for me to walk up and down the shops on my way to grabbing some lunch. We had incredible food options at this hotel though, let me tell you about it. We'll pause in the middle here, and I just want you to march your feet. If you're adding on, you can bend your arms and swing them like you're walking. So our hotel was right on Greenwich Harbor. I had a view of the water from my room, and you'll appreciate this. Man, those ducks are so fun to watch. Just diving around every morning and then getting in little fights with each other to get away from their spot. So every morning I had this beautiful sunrise to watch, lovely peaceful water, and a little comedic relief with those ducks. Let's take a pause here. Put your weights back on your thighs. We'll start again from the top, pump the ankles. Now Greenwich Avenue was the kind of place that gave you the cobblestone vibe. It was very quaint, very safe, and again, some very high-end shops. Let's keep the feet flat. Take your left foot, step it in and out. And actually, one of the shops is called Viore. It's a very popular kind of lifestyle, but a lot of exercise or leisure type of wear. Let's take a pause in the middle, switch sides. I met a gal on my flight from Milwaukee to LaGuardia, and we said within the first 5 minutes, let's go old school. Let's leave our phones in our bags and visit. So oh wow. I haven't sat next to a stranger and had a good long visit since cell phones came out, and we had such a good time. Go ahead and pause in the middle. And then from here, we can march the feet. If you're adding on, bend your arms, swing like you're walking. So at the very end of this conversation, it came out that the woman was there to visit her daughter, who worked at Viore and just happened to have a discount coupon that I could use. So I felt that I was very much in the slipstream of life, being given gifts before my feet had even touched the ground there in Connecticut. Go ahead and keep your feet flat here. We'll take the arms to the thighs, and then palms go down this time. Easy is here. Hard is from elbows straight. Head up, shoulders back. You got it. Squeeze your bum. Reverse bicep curls this time. So almost immediately I started making friends at my new hotel. I ran into a gal named Keegan Randall, who had a gold medal from the 2018 Olympics. She was on the same team as Jessie Diggins, who just had her last Olympic event yesterday. Let's take a pause here. Keep your weights up at your shoulders. Turn your palms in to your chest, and then rotate the arms open and sit up a little taller. Palms come in, and then open up. I also ran into her name's Angela Ruggiero. I'll have to do a little, she has lots of Olympic medals. I think she's been to 5 Olympics. I would have to look up her stats and tell you how many were gold, silver, or bronze, but she was on the women's hockey team, and our women's hockey team is, I don't think we've ever not won a medal. I have been under some scrutiny with my work to make sure that I know every single stat. Okay, but I didn't play hockey, so I don't know that stat. But you can trust me, she's a big deal. Let's take a pause here, and then I want you to bring your palms into neutral. Lift your chest, march your feet. Now sometimes when we do this one, I tell you the medium option, which is to lift your elbows up. That's gonna help you sit up a little taller with your upper back. If it hurts, don't do it. If your elbows are out to the side, squeeze them in a little tighter towards your face. Very good. And then plant your feet down on the ground. Drop your arms all the way down. Harder option is from arms straight. Easier, rest on your thighs. Take your pick. Either way will bring the arms up and down. And the main reason that running into those ladies was so meaningful for me is because they had both been there in 2010. So I knew that I would run into athletes on my trip, but I did not know that I would run into a majority of my very own old teammates, people that I haven't reconnected with in 16 years at this point. Let's do one more, and then keep your arms up. Sit up nice and tall, bring your palms in, and open the chest. Now, you can round your shoulders a little bit coming forward, but then really lift as you open the chest. And remember that we're not just lifting the head, we're opening through the upper body. One more time, then keep your arms out, hold it here. We'll turn the palms in, elbows are neutral. Here's easy. If you want medium, drive your elbows up, not out. March your feet. So it is only a day or two into the trip that another 2010 teammate of mine arrived, and this was gold medalist John Schuster. And I hadn't seen him, the girls I see here and there at certain events, but I had not seen John in an entire 16 years. I barely recognized him. Let's keep our feet flat, but he recognized me. We'll bring the weights down, and let's actually take our weights off to the side. And pick up your bar, please. So I'll tell you more about John Schuster on Wednesday, because my most favorite memory of the trip included a trip to the curling venue. It's a good story, but you're gonna have to wait for it. First, I'm gonna tell you more about these clothes that we got. So let's take our bar up to our shoulders. We're going to do a little shoulder stretching here. Let's start with bringing our left hand across the body to the right, back to middle, right hand across the body to the left. So I packed as close to 2 weeks worth of clothes that I could, but by the time I got there, they had also given us several sweaters, several turtlenecks, 2 winter coats, and a really nice Polo Ralph Lauren all leather duffel bag. Let's take a pause in the middle. I am very aware of how lucky I am to get to do some of the things I do with my life. And I'm also aware of how lucky I am to come home and work in a place like this. So I'll tell you a little more. First, let's bring that left knee up and then bring your bar down to touch. Good, back to middle and switch. Right knee comes up and touch. As we do this move, keep going and watch me. Make sure we're not rounding the shoulders to touch. We're just straightening the arms, very good. And we'll do 3 more. And here's our last one, very good. Now, bring your stick up. Let's do some rowing here. We're going to take our right arm and row, back to center, left arm, row. And we'll continue to alternate back and forth here. In addition to the really lovely apparel that I was gifted for my part in the media, there's also a wardrobe department at NBC Sports Headquarters. And oh man, I felt like I was in Milan-Cortina wearing the fanciest of fanciest clothes. Everything, all the tops and bottoms were Ralph Lauren because they're a primary sponsor of the Olympic Games. Let's do one more and then we'll pause in the middle. Hold your bar here. Lift up your heels, tap on your toes. We're practicing wearing our high heels here, folks, because when I went to a wardrobe in hair and makeup, they'd look at me and said, yeah, she looks good, change the shoes. So the first day I got a pair of shoes that were way too tall for me. My knees were shaking like a baby giraffe. I could barely stand up. Let's drop the heels down, lift the toes up, march on your heels this time with good posture. The second day they gave me flats, but they were a size too big, and I was swimming in my shoes all the way around the building, trying to get from hair and makeup to my set. Go ahead and plant both feet down. This time, let's just march straight up and down. The last day and every day thereafter, so I shouldn't say the last day, but the next day, they gave me a pair of shoes. The brand name was Manolo Blahnik. And if you watch The Devil Wears Prada, you know that that is a high-end brand of shoe that I will never be able to wear again. And I got to wear them almost every day that I was on set. Go ahead and plant your feet. Drop your bar down. The reason that stood out to me is because you might know that The Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming out soon. So I had a lot of teammates trying to engage with Anne Hathaway on her Instagram and social media accounts, specifically because we looked so nice in all of our Ralph Lauren gear. And actually Stanley Tucci was on site doing like human interest pieces throughout the entire Olympics. So if you've seen The Devil Wears Prada, you'll know what I mean, that I felt very fancy in my clackers. And if you haven't seen what Devil Wears Prada, you know that mean I was clack, 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 all the way down these long hallways in my fancy designer shoes. So from here, let's stretch a little bit. Let's take that bar straight up and down. Stack your hands on top, head up, shoulders back. We're moving through our hips here. Keep your back nice and flat as you stretch forward and then sit up. Good, now watch me for a moment. Instead of here, pull the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Move through your hips, forward and up. Much better. You might not go as far, that's okay. Add a chin tuck so you may naturally look down or just a little in front of you as we stretch. From here, you can sit all the way up. Let's take that bar and hold it horizontally. Take the bar down to your thighs. Press your heels down. Drive your knees out. Lift your chest. Excellent. No workout would be complete without some hip hinges. So we're going to keep our armpits tight. Good. So if you had a piece of paper here, I wouldn't be able to tug. Armpits are tight. Lean forward. You got it. Sit all the way up. Very good. We'll do that several times. Nice flat backs. And one more time. Come all the way up. Hold it here. Let's bring the bar up to your shoulders. We're going to row one more time, left and right. And before we start our cool down today, I'll just tell you, specifically, this Olympic Games was special for me. Seeing my old teammates was really heartfelt. I wasn't expecting that. But this was the 20-year anniversary of my very first Olympic trials. And there are still athletes racing in my sport that competed in the 2006 Olympics in Torino. So not only did those athletes have an incredibly history-making turnout, I'll tell you more about that later in the week, but it was also uniquely special for me to continue to be involved 20 years later, just on a different side of the sport. Let's do one more here and take a pause. You can drop your bar. Hold on, pause. Let's bring that bar up one more time. I know you'd be really sad if we only did one round of abs today. So let's do a second round of abs. Tuck your tail, lift your chest. Left knee comes up, touch your shin. Back to middle, right knee comes up, tap your shin. Very good. Let's alternate that several times. And remember, we're not rounding into this move. We're keeping our posture nice and tall. Working our lower abdominal muscles with that knee lift. One more each, and then pause in the middle. From here, you can take your bar, drop it all the way down to the side. And then we'll kick our left foot forward with your toe pulling back towards your face. Hands on the hips, elbows back, lift the chest, you've got it. And then again, moving through your hips, lean your weight forward, sit all the way up. One more time. This time, add a breath. Inhale, tall. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Very good. One more time. This time, as you exhale, hold it and stretch your fingers towards your toes. Take some deep breaths here. And slowly work yourself forward, deeper into the stretch. And then squeeze your bum and slowly come all the way back up to a tall, comfortable seat. Switch your feet, hands on the hips. And let's start with breath this time. Inhale, tall. Exhale, lean forward from the hips. Inhale, up. exhale forward. We'll do that a few more times. And on your next time, let's lean forward and hold it. You can relax the arms, round the shoulders, reach for your toes. Take a nice big breath. Squeeze your bum. Keep your abs nice and tight. Slowly walk your hands all the way back up to your seat and plant the feet. From here, put your pinky toes down on the ground. Let the soles of your shoes touch. And then lean forward, pressing down through the thighs. Now, remember, shoulders are away from the ears. Sit up tall. If you are very flexible, you might drop onto your elbows. That's not for everyone. You can decide if it feels good or not. Hold it here for one more breath. And inhale, sit all the way up. Let's plant the feet down and then take the arms down. Reach your right arm across your body. Take your left arm underneath and pull your arm to your chest. Remember to sit up tall here, keep those shoulders relaxed. Let's circle the right wrist and change directions. Pause in the middle, open the arms. Left arm comes on top, right arm hugs that to your chest. Very good. Circle your left wrist. And change direction. Pause in the middle, open up. And then let's take both hands down. Let's take the right hand to the shoulder, press your elbow up, up, up. At some point, we're trying to get the bicep and the ear very close. So you might give your elbow a little push. If your bicep is even with your ear, you might reach over your head and give that elbow a pull. This is your hardest option. Please do not do it if it's uncomfortable or if it hurts. Take both arms down to the side. Let's go through that again. Touch your shoulder and lift the elbow up. Here's easy. If you want medium, give yourself a push. If your bicep is close to your ear and you want a challenge, you can reach overhead and give that elbow a pull. Again, not everyone needs to be doing that, only if you are very flexible. Take a deep breath and relax. Thank you for joining me, everyone. I'm back to work, so I'll be here all week, and I'll see you again on Wednesday. Thank you so much. Yeah. Is it on the calendar? Okay,